But thank you for those who are joining us live, and for those of you who are joining the recorded update, thank you for being here. I'll pass it over to Andrea for some opening words.
I will get off of mute to be able to give them. So welcome. I am, thrilled to be able to say that IALD is really making great progress in strengthening the association. Things to celebrate with the bylaw changes that we've enacted. We now have the ability to grow our membership, which I just so excited about and supportive of. I am beyond excited about where things are going with Learn and the ability to provide resources to our membership to strengthen their knowledge and their practices. And I'm excited about some new developments that are coming that will provide more membership value in the form of, like, our workforce study. That is so tangible, and I can't wait to be able to share the results, some of which allow us to be able to strengthen our voice within the industry, some of it which will help us as business owners and firms to have a better understanding about how to value and take good care of the people that work with us. So, on all fronts, I think the IALD is moving in a really good direction. It gets healthier by the minute, and I attribute that 100% to the work that Christopher and the staff is doing. So, kudos and thank you. And of course, I know Christopher's going to talk about LightFair and how important LightFair is to the IALD, but also all of the exciting changes that have been made to LightFair to make it a better, stronger, faster, able to leap high buildings kind of show. So, I'm excited. I'm excited for the future of the IALD and its membership, and can't wait to see where we go and get us there. So thank you, Christopher.
Thank you, Andrea. So for those of you who may not know me, I'm Christopher. I'm the CEO of the organization. We're also joined with Mônica and Brandon, who is the treasurer and immediate past president. So thank you for joining us. I'm afraid I've got the lion's share of talking today to take you through the updates. But at the end, if you have any questions, then we're all available to answer those for you. So I thought I'd kick off with finance, which we have been sort of plotting out the financial performance of the organization. So you can see that the 2023 figures, we managed to just come in above our expenses on revenue. So the line at the top, which is our net assets, has slowly been increasing since 2021. And we've got ourselves into a better position with revenue and expenses. We are projecting that to be relatively similar through this year. So we're expecting this year also to be a surplus year, small or modest surplus, but certainly not negative, which again also helps increase our position with net assets. So whilst those numbers for 24 aren't yet confirmed because they will be audited and reported next year, it's really to give an indication that we are starting to make incremental improvement, and that is in a year without LightFair. So historically, LightFair has been a very significant driver of the amount of revenue that the organization makes. And so this is a kind of a positive story. We're pretty pleased with where we've ended up. This year, for 2025, we may see that drop slightly because we have some things that we want to invest in and investing in the future in order for us to grow. But essentially we've done okay, and we're in a pretty good position. And from a kind of overall perspective or a net position, we're probably in a good place compared to where we were a couple of years ago. So we're controlling our spending, we're making sure that we're maximizing our revenue opportunities, and we're being careful about what we do so that we manage those resources as well as we can. We mentioned last year that we have updated the database, which underlines the website. The website is going through a process of continuous improvement. We now have the community forums that are active on there, and we're starting to integrate some other services, which we will talk about in a moment, for things like Learn. All of our application processes for membership and for all of our programs are now through a single platform. That platform is delivering us data and making things more happen more smoothly. And so hopefully that will allow us to refine and improve the customer journey. So your journey around the website and how you access services from IALD will hopefully become increasingly smooth. That's something that we're actively working on now that we have those systems in place. The other thing that that's helping us do is keep our costs down because we've reduced the amount that we're spending, and we're delivering things in a more streamlined process. So you may, if you've registered for the conference in America this year, you will have noticed that the registration was different. That's because we're now doing it on our own system. And so these are sort of incremental improvements. Me and the staff team are still learning how to use the platform, so forgive us for any of the small things that go wrong. But this really is a significant moment for us, both getting control of our data and being able to deliver a better service to you, the members. And just on that note, one of the things that we really need you to do is to participate. So in your profile on the website, you can control your communication preferences, so you can decide what you want to hear from us about. And another important element is to be included in the public directory. So you need to opt into this for data compliance reasons. We switched everyone off when we moved from one system to the other. If you're not turning up in the to find a designer directory, it's because you've selected yourself as opted out. So go in there, change that, and make yourself visible. That's really helpful to everyone, that it shows that we have members and that they can find you on the website. We're now going to talk, Andrea already talked actually a little bit about this, which is IALD Learn. Learn stands for the Lighting Education Resource Network. It's a program that has been in development for many years. And over this last year, we've really been working on delivering the technology portion of this. It's imagined to be a virtual education campus. This is the kind of long-term goal, is that we have a place where we can connect professionals to content. So it's a place to find and share information. It's reviewed by professional or educator members, and it's available on a global scale. So it's increasing access and the equity of being able to access that education. So content that is being produced from the conferences is being recorded and being put onto the platform, as well as a wide range of other content that is being developed by LIRC partners and others, in order to allow you to do continuing professional development in a number of different ways. And for our LIRC members, this is a great opportunity to get your content reviewed by professional members or educator members, and then get that in front of the relevant people. So not just IALD members, but other lighting designers who want to access it. The platform is free to IALD members. It's available at a cost to others, but there's no limit on who can access that content. And in addition to our manufacturing partners who have a lot of knowledge and information to share, we're also soliciting information from lighting designers. You'll have great information, so if anyone wants to provide content, then please get in touch. But also academics, artists, specialists, business professionals, anyone that's going to help you be able to do your job, and help you with your continuing professional development at any stage of your career, from when you first start out to when you finish your career. Then we really want to be able to deliver content for all of those phases. And the content can be delivered in a number of different ways. So we have asynchronous self-paced learning. This is content that you can go on and consume at your own pace. It often has interactive components like little tests and things, and you can get certificates at the end of those. The idea is that in the future, both the IALD and the IALD Education Trust will potentially create content that goes together in blocks and creates certificate courses, or at least foundational knowledge in certain areas. You can also take your education in a hybrid format. So that's very much like this, where it's live presentation, but you're attending virtually, or in person as someone comes to deliver something at your office, or something in person at, say, the conferences or other events. And because the content provided by Learn is reviewed by IALD members, one of the things that we would love IALD members to do is when someone comes to you with Learn content, is welcome them with open arms and let them into your studio, because that's a really important component of making sure that you're getting good quality education into your studios and available to yourself and your colleagues. So if you want to learn more about Learn, go to iald.org/learn. This year has been a busy year for regions and chapters. We've increased the number of regions and chapters. So we have new groups in Brisbane, in Southern Europe, in South East US, and in Texas. And a huge thank you to those people that have been pushing that work and growing the community in those areas. We'll come back to the volunteers later, because we have some thank yous to say there to our region chapter leaders. On the events front, IALD has been very busy. So over 90 events held in over 15 countries with more than 1,100 attendees. This is a small capture of what we've been doing, because some of those projects, like Lights in Alingsås, hit its 25th year this year. They had over 80,000 attendees go to see the festival that was open for just over 4 weeks. And workshop head applications open for that next week. So be sure to check out the Lights in Alingsås section on the website so that you can sign up and apply. We had the 41st annual International Light and Design Awards, and thrillingly, it was back in person. Apologies if the photographer caught anyone here out of place, but it really is a great opportunity to have got everyone back in the room for the first time since before the pandemic. We'll be taking the awards to Light Fair in May next year, so they'll be back again in person. And the judging window has just opened, so we're now getting our judges in the process of looking at the award submissions for next year. But it was really great to see the quality of design that was being demonstrated through the awards, and I thank everyone for their participation in that. At a similar time, we were also able to welcome in person 2 new members to the College of Fellows. Claudio Ramos and Victor Palacio both received their fellowship in person at the Americas conference. As you can see, they did manage to get outside and get some daylight also. But congratulations to both of you for an incredible achievement. Looking towards 2025, Andrea already mentioned that Light Fair is going to be back in May in Las Vegas, Nevada. It's going to be a really important show for IALD, IES, and our new partners, Mesa. This is the first show since the change in ownership. We have a lot of really exciting things happening. Some of the education is going to be absolutely brilliant. All of the education, not some. But much more of it will be on the show floor than was before. And we're really changing up the aesthetic of the show. So really trying to increase the quality and making sure that the manufacturers and people that you need to see to do your work are there. And in turn, we really need to see you there as well. So please come along and support the show. The success of Light Fair directly impacts the ability of IALD and the IES to further their missions. So participating and turning up is really a huge, huge part of that. We also have 2 conferences next year. I'm thrilled to announce that Enlighten Europe will be in Valencia in Spain in June. and we'll be going to Tucson in Arizona in October. Ooh. And the slides move on their own. So to thank our volunteers, our region and chapter coordinators, as you can see, there's a lot of them. A huge and heartfelt thank you to all of you. Your work is often happening behind the scenes, but making a really significant difference. And so thank you so much for everything that you do in bringing the community together. Without you, we couldn't achieve what we're achieving. And so it really is from the bottom of my heart that I say thank you for everything that you do. And I would say to anyone who attends those events, please reach out to your coordinators, let them know that you also appreciate them. Without them, we're unable to achieve the incredible things that we're doing on a local level. So thank you very much to them. And of course, thank you to the board, the membership committee, the LIRC steering committee, and our brand new LIRC ambassadors. You've all taken a chance on a new project, and that is very much appreciated. And for the leadership given by the other three groups, thank you. I know it's been a very transformative year, and it's going to set us up well for the future. So for that, I say thank you. And with that, we get through the kind of bulk of the updates in hopefully what was not too rushed a fashion. But if anyone has questions, either now or from the recording, please feel free to reach out. IALD@IALD.org is the email address. If you have any questions specifically and you're not able to participate now, please send those through and we will get responses for those.
Christopher, before we wrap up, I just have a couple of other comments, if that's all right.
Yes.
And I apologize for bending down and being around and in my car. But with all of that said, I want to give heartfelt thanks to Mônica for being an amazing leader, for being just incredible as a mentor. Even though I don't reach out probably anywhere near as much as I should, I want to just say thank you, Mônica. You lead in such a quiet, elegant way, and I learn from you, and I appreciate it. And I want to say thank you to Brandon as well for just being Brandon, because you're just brilliant. And as our treasurer, I could not be more thankful. So those are the little small things that I want to say. And happy holidays to all. Hope you have a wonderful year.